right here, Buzztv. It's a fun day for us because it's a product review day. And what do we have? We have a personal cooler from our friends at Mission. So what is a personal cooler, you ask? Well, a personal cooler is just what it sounds like. A little machine that blows cool air on you. So let's look at it a little closer. First thing is, runs off AAA batteries, so you got to put 4 AAAs in the top. If you're using it indoors or maybe outside and you have some kind of USB power source, you could USB in here. Now what the unit comes with is something called this little cooling block. And that's one of these. You freeze it, gets all cold, drop it in your container, screw your top in, and you're good to go. Now you also could fill this with ice, not use your cooling block, put a little bit of ice on top of it. If you are using ice, especially when it starts to melt, make sure you don't do this, or else water will leak into your fan, and well, then it won't work anymore and you're kind of screwed. There's 2 motor settings, fast and low. Your power button's right there on the back. There's fast. There's low. And there's off. Now, let's show that it actually is blowing a little bit of air. So here's a Swiffer. And you can see it's blowing the Swiffer around. Now when you're using this, you're going to get about yay close to your face. You can feel it from back here, about this far away, but it's not as cold as when you're a little closer. For us, the best time to really use one of these, I'd say, is if you're out and about, you're getting hot, you're getting sweaty. Getting it right on you is going to make you feel a little better. It's going to blow some cool air on you. It's not going to cool you off. It's not like you're in an air conditioner, but it's definitely going to help. If you're in the house, right now it's about 78 degrees in here in Vegas. I feel it. It's nice and cool, but it's something I don't need. But you're definitely going to feel something a little cooler on your body. And again, if you're sweating and there's some kind of perspiration or wetness on you, you go out and it's humid, then you're going to feel it a whole lot more. So let's talk about some of the pros and cons. First, the big con is, again, it runs off AA batteries. That's good and all till you're out and about and your batteries are dead and you're out of luck because, well, you never know how long your batteries are going to last. Figure this space right here could have been a perfect spot to put a USB battery in. Since you already have that port, boom, you charge it, you go. It's a little bulky hand-wise, so if I was out jogging or something, I wouldn't want to carry this around as I'm moving for too long because, again, it's bulky and it's kind of a pain in the butt. When we're out and we tested it, I was riding the Trotter mag wheel. You've seen a review on that. We threw it in a small backpack, so it's easier to transport that way. Maybe if it had a sling harness or something, that could be cool. But again, that's one of the other downsides. I can't say exactly how long your batteries are going to last because we didn't turn it on and just let it run till it dies, but you're going to get a good amount of time out of it. But again, USB charge would be so much better. The body's made of metal. To me, that's a con only because when I had it in the car and we put it in the center console driving from point A to point B, we're here in Vegas, so it gets cooking hot. Times it's over 105, 110 plus. Well, we'd be there 15-20 minutes. The sun's constantly hitting this. You pick it up, it's warm. I wouldn't say burning hot to the touch, but it's definitely warm, which makes you wonder how well insulated the inside is. I think if maybe they wrapped it, had some kind of like plastic like they do on the bottom on the outside, that might help. But to me, I'm looking at that as a con. Now the pros. Well, the price point. I think it's about 30 bucks, so it's not too expensive. We found a deal where we got a couple, I think, for 49. So we were lucky enough and got 2 for 49. But you can find them on their website. It's right down here. There's a link to Mission down there. As well as Walmart, you can pick them up. I know that you've seen them on Amazon. So that's not a bad thing. Um, for a small portable unit, it's not a bad thing. It's definitely not an air conditioner. There's other bigger, crazier units out there, which probably do a whole lot more and better stuff. But for what it does, we're not knocking the unit. 30 bucks, I think they are a piece, 29 and change, something like that. That's not too bad. Again, you could use ice or water or the cooling block in it. If you're using ice and it melts, don't turn it upside down like this or it'll ruin it. For me, I seem to have found, I think ice makes it a little cooler than the cooling block. I feel it, but it just seems to me personally, or maybe it's in my head, but I just like ice a little more. Now, the downside is if you take ice out of your freezer and it's not really clean, you will smell stinky ice as it's blowing that on you. But other than that, you know, we'll give this a 3 stars. If it was USB, we might have popped it up to 4. It's not super, super cool, but it does what it says it'll do, especially if you're hot and you're perspiring. It will cool you down a little bit, but because of running on batteries and it's just a little too bulky to carry around, unless you have it in a backpack or a sack or something, that's why we're giving it a 3 stars. We do like the unit. Mission, you didn't do a bad job with this. There's a few things we would change and or upgrade, but other than that, it's really not a bad thing. It also has a 30-minute auto shut off, so that means if you just were to leave it on and go derp, it's going to shut itself off in about 30 minutes. So that just helps you with battery life. And if you're using it, it shuts itself off. Just turn it back on if you still need to use it for more than 30 minutes. Well, we really can't say anything more about the unit, so we'll just end it with mission. Not a bad job. 3 stars. 30 bucks. You can find them all over the place. From ourselves, for Mission, for Buzztv. We're out of here, guys. See ya. Okay, baby, I'm done.